was just thinking, guys. I was thinking about the world system and its prominence and power, its influence and affluence. It's just a warning. If you're a Christian and you're seeking to make yourself popular in the world system, be careful. That's Satan's system. Should we as Christians be seeking the influence, affluence, and power found in Satan's system? Woohoo, baby! Well, you know the answer. But do you know the reality of your own desire for Satan's power? You know, I know because I've been thinking about this, because I'm tiptoeing into that system, right? I'm putting things out there that God has given me to speak. But you know what God's system is? What is God's system for manifesting his truth, for manifesting his conviction, his transformative power? It's in the hearts of every individual, right? If you're a Christian who has a mission, a calling to teach, the power you're operating in is the Holy Spirit, and the Spirit is the one that empowers you. Now, I believe that the Holy Spirit, God, in advancing his kingdom, can give certain Christians influence in the realm of the world system. But we are called to love not the world, to be careful as we touch the world, as we enter the world, as we interact with the world system, to not honor its God, to not be enticed and tempted by that God with that God's power. Satan offered Jesus his power. He offers us his power. It's like Tolkien's Ring of Power. You remember in those stories, throughout those stories, different characters were offered or had the opportunity to use that ring of power to accomplish what they thought was good. Some tried to use it. Others understood that you cannot use evil power to accomplish good ends. We should understand that too, as Christians, as any kind of Christian who's trying to put forth any kind of Christian message. You should not crave or seek the power of Satan's system and how he works, his kind of influence, his kind of power. So be careful. Just because you've built a following on social media as a Christian doesn't mean you have God's approval for your message. It actually might mean you have Satan's approval of your message. Woo, damn. So don't fall in love with your own voice and your own fan club, your own following. It does not mean that God has approved what you're doing. So be careful, guys. God's approval is through the Holy Spirit. Like, basically, God's approval comes by the very message itself. If God has given you a message by the Spirit to speak it. Don't be enticed by Satan's power to think that gathering a huge following equals a godly or a God-ordained mission. It doesn't, right? Guys, look, if Mr. Beast can do it, just making bullshit videos about whatever, and not be anointed by the Spirit with a message, then what makes you think just because you've gathered a Christian following through Satan's world system of popularity that your message is somehow of God or affirmed by God, right? So just be careful, right? That includes pastors and churches and anyone, right? You know, Christian authors, Christian thinkers, Christian theologians. Popularity is a true sign of a false prophet, right? So if you are really ordained by God and you've become popular, okay. God uses Satan's system for his own means, but don't mistake that for God's system, all right? Okay. Love you guys. See ya.